Jenna's asking a great question, and it is, how can you tell the difference between a herx or die-off symptoms versus continued re-exposure? Okay, well now that it was an easy question, now it's getting a little more complicated. Let's look at the first two, herx or die-off. They're pretty much the same thing. If you're herxing to something, it's usually because you killed something or mobilized something. Kill if it's bacteria, mobilize if it's a toxin. You did that too quickly, and your immune system can't deal with the die-off or the toxins or the infections being killed off in an efficient manner. So it's like, you know, if you've got a 5-gallon bucket and you're dumping it into a little sink, I mean, there's a drain to take it, but it's just too much too fast, it overflows. And that's what you're feeling. You're feeling the overflow. It's like, oh my goodness, I can deal with this, but I can't deal with it this fast. So it just comes down to just titrating back whatever it is you're doing, because ideally with a sensitive person and a proper protocol, you shouldn't be having those problems, you know. And to the doctors that say you got to feel worse before you feel better, that's not the case. That comes from someone that doesn't understand drainage, that doesn't understand pooping and bile flow and liver support and kidney support, lymphatic support, all these things that you need to work on first, so that as you start mobilizing toxins, as you start killing infections, there's a clear path out. You're cleaning the drain so that when you pour that bucket in, there's a quick escape for it to get out so that there is no overflow. And then you said versus continued re-exposure. So that's kind of different. So a continued or re-exposure means that you're still being exposed to it and you're still having symptoms from that. So that's not going to be based on if you take a supplement or not. So it's kind of different. That's the difference between herx and die-off. It's kind of the same. You got to work on drainage and pathways and eliminative organ support there, but continued and re-exposure. Yeah, I guess that comes down to testing. If you know you're living in a house with a bad ERMI, with toxigenic molds, then you're going to keep having problems. And this is why I just repeat myself a million times. And that's what my kids tell me I do too when I'm trying to teach them something. Dad, you don't have to say it so many times. If you don't have clean air and you're living with exposure, you're going to keep feeling worse. Or you might not even keep feeling worse. You're going to keep feeling just as bad, likely keep getting worse. And your body's ability to get traction and move ahead, no matter how good the supplements are you're taking or therapies you're doing, is really going to stall. And for some people, it doesn't work. Okay. So yeah, I hope that helps a little bit. There was a lot of different irons in this fire of trying to answer you, but just be sure that you work on the foundational organs and systems first, and clean air, so that you know that when you start doing this deeper work, there's a path for everything to get out. I hope that helps, Jenna.
Do you have questions about mold in your home or body? Book a consultation with Matt, aka the Mold Man, to guide your home and body to the next level of healing.